Understanding your why will determine your goals, which will then determine your success. You're listening to episode number 85 of the Surging Forward podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Surging Forward broadcast, where we're helping you to have a positive view in a negative world. My name is David Valentine, and I'm here to help you see the value in the job you do and how you can keep surging forward. Well, hello again, and welcome to the Surging Forward podcast. We're back again for another great tidbit to help you to keep surging forward. Well, I trust you guys had a great week last week. I can't believe it's already here into April already, and Cali, we still got all this cold weather all around the nation. I was talking to a friend of mine in Texas, and they were talking about how it's still been chilly out there also. So, but hey, spring is coming, and work is going to start picking up, I'm sure. But again, I trust everyone out there is staying busy and working safe. But I want to welcome you to the Surging Forward podcast. This is a place where we create a positive view in a negative world. We all get caught up in that craziness of this world constantly, and I always like to remind all my listeners out there that living a positive life and trying to look at the good in things that's what's going to help you to keep surging forward. You can't dwell on the negative and the bad things going on because life's going to happen. I remember I just have to kind of throw this quote out. I had an old friend of mine named Earl Goff, and he was an old mentor of mine from way back when I had my company as a young man, and he just basically laid it out. He said, basically life's a bitch and then you die. And it's like, wow, okay. It kind of was ironic coming from a good Christian brother. And I just was like, okay. But in reality, there's not much truth to it. That's why you have to make your decisions in life. Life is tough. And we don't have a lot of really to do with some of the things that happen. We can only control what we can control. You can't control somebody else's life. You can't control the things that are going on around you. You can't control the weather. And you surely can't control what someone else does with their life. So that's one of the titles of this episode here. We're going to be talking about what is your why. Now that you can control. And so that's what we're going to be talking about to help you to become successful in your career as we continue to help you to keep surging forward. Quick introduction though, for those of you that don't know, if you need to, or if you're looking to start your own business, or you need some courses on pretty much anything to do with the trades, whether it's code update courses for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, you're looking to get your contractor's license, surgingforward.com. Check us out over there. And if we don't have a course that you need, shoot us an email. I can point you in the right direction to help you get a course to help you succeed. I have contacts with quite a few different people that offer courses, whether you're trying to learn how to wire a three-way switch or whether you're going over to the next level of learning PLCs. I could probably guide you into the right direction, even if it's not from me, because that's what it's all about. It's just helping others to be able to succeed and to acquire the skills that they need to be successful in the trades. So again, check us out at www.surgingforward.com. Also, too, I want to say thank you for the emails coming in. I'm always honored to be able to answer some of those emails and to be able to help coach you through some of the tough things you go through. And most of the time, my answers, it's just a real quick answer. I try to help you out with the things. I do offer the coaching, and I want to let you know that. Usually the first 30 minutes is free, and then I charge for the next hour, but I work out that charge with you individually. I'm working with a good friend of mine right now that I'm going to help him get his master's license. He's working on getting that, and for the state of Virginia here. So we're pretty excited about that with my buddy Brett. So I'll be meeting with him within the next couple of days. And again, it's just specialized coaching. I'm not going to go over all the things he already knows. So he doesn't have to sit through one of the long courses. We're just going to concentrate on the weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, and that's how we improve. So let me get right into it. This is already up to episode number 85. And, and by the way, another update. We've gotten up to, we're really close to the 10,000 downloads. It's just amazing. I'm just shocked at how many downloads we've had on this podcast. It just really is an honor that I have that many people listening. But I would like to ask one request to all those that are listening out there to this podcast. If you see me on LinkedIn, look me up on LinkedIn. I will connect with you. Also, too, check us out on Facebook and look up the Surging Forward Facebook page. I would really like to get that increased right there because that's going to help us move forward. And a lot of this stuff that helps us move forward, it's because I want to keep this podcast and a lot of the things we do at no charge. I really, I don't charge for any of this. There's no money that's involved. But the more that I can get exposure out there, and if you pass this along to your friends and people that you know, and so on, it makes us known out there to people that can sponsor us. So I'm at that level now where I need to start looking at sponsors because I'm spending a lot of time behind the scenes doing some things that I enjoy doing that I'll probably never, ever charge for. But it'd be nice if some of the sponsors see what we're doing and making a difference in a lot of tradesmen lives. So that counts on you guys. And that's men and women out there who are passing Surging Forward along and showing people out there, hey, here's what a podcast is. Let me show you how to listen to it. And they click it on their phone and boom, boom, boom. I am working on an app for the podcast. So hopefully I can get that out by the summertime. We'll see how that comes to play. But here nor there, that's kind of where we're at. And so I'd be very honored if you would pass that along. So, what is your why? What does that even mean? Okay? What am I talking about when I say, what is your why? Being successful in a trade, it requires skills. It requires that you learn how to understand the physics of how things work. No matter what trade it's actually in, there are physics that's involved. It requires skills to understand what's going on there. But in order to acquire and learn the correct skills for whatever you happen to be doing out there, you have to first know your why. Knowing your why, that's what's going to help you keep on track throughout your life. And you see, most people never really stop and think about why they do what they do. And this is where they just fall by the wayside and they're not surging forward. They're just kind of going through day-to-day things in their life and, wasting away and just kind of going wherever the wind blows. And, they're very influential. And we've seen those guys out there. They just kind of they kind of agree with the crowd. And they kind of go, wherever this fad is, boom, they're there. Wherever this fad is, boom, they're there. They're not succeeding. They're just kind of like, I don't know. It's just flowing wherever the wind flows. And they have no goals in life. They don't know what's going on. The problem is because they've never sat down and determined, why are they here? Why do they do what they do? And I say that with respect because there are a lot of guys in the trades that, honestly, they shouldn't be in the trades. We know those people out there. And there's also a lot of people working office jobs that really should be in the trades because they're really good at building and doing things, but they're wasting away sitting in an office chair somewhere. So understanding your why is going to be able to help you achieve your goals. And you're going to understand what your purpose is. So once you understand your why, you're going to be able to define your goals in a clear way so that you can understand what you need to achieve. Now that just makes kind of perfect sense there when you define it that simple. But what does that mean? What is a why? What is your why, and how do I determine what my why is? That's the question a lot of people might ask. Well, let me give you a couple examples here, and these aren't necessarily my whys. They may not necessarily be your whys. But all you have to do is just kind of sit down and say, why do I do what I do? Why do I want to do other things? Why am I even here? What do I like to do? What's important to me? That's your why. What is important to you? So is raising your family. Maybe that's your why. I've got kids at home. I want to raise my family. I have a spouse that I really want to take care of. I want to do great things for them. Maybe that's your why. Maybe you just want to fix and repair AC units to help people's lives be more comfortable. Maybe that's your why. Maybe you just want to be an electrician to be able to provide power for other people. Maybe you want to be able to provide safe running water for other people. Maybe you want to serve others. Maybe you just want to be the best at something that you enjoy doing, such as building things or putting things together. Maybe you like to create cool graphics and pictures, and you think you could have those trades and help another company succeed, but you don't want to run a business. I'll tell you what, if you know how to create cool graphics or something like that, hey, get a hold of me, because I'm actually looking for a graphics guy. Because that's not one of my whys. Something I need, but not one of my skill sets. So, just, find out what it is that you really enjoy doing. It might be being a good father or a mother to your children and setting an example for them to make their life better so that they don't go through some of the things that you had to go through. Your why is your why. It's not someone else's dream or passion. You have to narrow it down as to what your why is in order for you to be able to set the goals that will help you achieve the success that you want. You see, success is different for all of us. We get caught up in the Hollywood thing of success is about making big money. The success is about doing that. My friends, that's not what it's about. The success is based on your why. You might live in a trailer park home somewhere and raise a wonderful family with 2 kids, and you know what? You are successful. And you have done a great job. That might be what the whole desire for you to do, is to be able to have a solid family values. You could go out and help one person, and that could be your success. So define your why, and that's going to help you get to your success that you want to have. So you need to narrow that down. You see, success doesn't happen by accident, with the exception of some rare cases, if somebody gets an inheritance or something of that nature. And the interesting thing about a lot of those cases, when something just gets a windfall, as we call them, believe it or not, if they don't know what their why is, and if they don't have any goals set, and they get all this big money and the big inheritance, and I've seen it through life, guys. I've been around for a long time, and some of you guys have seen it too. You can't understand why this guy had so much going for him, and all of a sudden a few years down the road, he's broke again, because he just wasted it. Because he had no plan. He had no idea what his why was. It was just living day by day, flowing in the wind. My friends, that's not what's going to cut it. You have to have a reason. Why are you getting up every morning to go to work? Are you going to work just because you have to? Well, yeah, we do have to, because we all like to eat. We like to have a shelter. We like to have a roof over our heads. But you need to go that step further and say, okay, What is it I'm trying to accomplish here? Life is not like the video games or the movies and stuff like that where, okay, we just hazardly go around the video game board and kind of goof around and, you hope for the best and then, oh crap, we die. No big deal. You get another chance. And you can keep playing it over and over and over until you get it right and become an expert. All right? But the thing is, real life is not like that. Because if you make a bad choice, that can stick with you forever. And for you young guys that are listening to this, it's all it takes is one choice. I have people that I know right now in their 50s who made a bad choice when they were 19 years old. Sadly, 30 years ago, they made a bad choice. And it keeps them and it hinders them from so many different things. Now, does it mean they can't become successful? No. They know their limitations and they move forward and they make it happen. But the thing is, when things happen in real life, you can't do an unwind clock and take it back. That's what's really hard. So you have to be very conscious of the people that you're hanging out with. If you're hanging around with negative people all the time, guess what? That's going to become your why. And you're going to be just like all those negative people who are just tearing down other people and, think that they're enjoying partying and having a great time in life. And guess what? All of a sudden you're going to wake up one morning and go, hey, where's all these fun negative friends that I had? They're gone. Guess what? Because they've moved on to somebody else because you're not that important anymore. And now you're going to be left with nothing. And so understand what you want. Don't follow somebody else's passion of what they want. You need to make the choice and define what you're good at and what you enjoy doing. It's a choice only you can make. That is why your why is your why. Well, that's a lot of whys there, isn't it? That is why your why is your why. So, it sounds basic, but if you can define why you want to be what you want to be, that's going to open up so many doors as to how you're going to get there. And then your next step is to take advantage of all the resources that are around you that can help you with your why, that can help you get to achieve your why. Hopefully listening to this podcast can help you with your why. Simply taking a moment to stop and think for a minute. Hopefully I can get you to that point where you say, wow, I never thought of that. If I'm inspiring you in any way, once a week, just with one little thought. I mean, I go to classes sometimes. They're all-day classes. And if I can get one thing out of it, to me, it's worth it. You see, we've all been created with special skills. And by honing in on those special skills, that's going to help you to be able to stand out from the crowd and not be a number. See, all of us, we have those special skills, but yet we allow other people to define who we are and what they think is best for us to do. Instead of you saying, hey, you know what? I'm really good at this. It's just like I would have never thought in a million years of me being an instructor. I had no desire to stand in front of people and talk. It's like, God, you got to be kidding me. I went to plenty of classes when I was younger and did this, and it's like, no way. First of all, the fear of being wrong. That's heavy duty. But I have now, since I've been doing this for 20 years, somebody else saw the skill and the passion in me. And that's really kind of sad. Somebody else saw that I had something special. Because I never took the time to say, hey, this is what I like to do. You see, a lot of times we're afraid of the special passion we have that nobody's going to like it. Well, the bottom line, it doesn't matter. If it's something that, the good Lord has put in you as a special skill that you can provide for others, you're the only one that knows how to do that one that well. So by knowing what this is and knowing what your why is, it's going to help you focus on what needs to be done to help you achieve that level of success. So, with your why, you can start out small, just like you do with goals. And of course, you know what? Just like goals, your why can change over time. So as you get to that point of your why, all of a sudden it starts in like anything else. When you start on that small level, it'll start building, just like we build a house, one step at a time. You know, the bottom part of the foundation, it may look very insignificant, but a person who's looking at it may say, wow, I really don't understand what that is. But while you're doing it, you understand how important it is, the strength of that foundation. So as you build that and you move up, all of a sudden before you know it, you have a very gorgeous building there. Now everybody sees it. And it's like, wow, that's a real cool building. But nobody understood it when you were at the bottom level. And when I say the bottom level, sometimes that bottom level is the most important. That's where you establish your foundation. And that's where all the choices that you make could affect you years down the road. So when you understand that, and you understand your why, you understand how important it is to strive to make the right choices. Now don't be concerned. You're going to make wrong choices, my friend. But that's okay. You want to just start learning to make more correct and right choices than you do wrong choices. Because that's what it's about. You want to learn from the wrong choices and continue to keep surging forward. I have a young electrician of mine where, he wants to be able to start his own company. So I've been working with him, and just by asking him questions and talking with him, and he realizes that one of his first steps he needs to do, he has his journeyman's license here in the state of Virginia, and was actually one of my past students, but he realizes he needs to get his master's license. Now, this is not something I had to reveal to him. Hey, okay, I got to start my own contracting business. I need a master's license. But he's taken this very seriously, and he knows he has to pass this as his first step in order to achieve his goal of running his own company. Because when he runs his own business, he knows, okay, this is one of the qualifications that's required in order to go to that point. Now, once he achieves this why, he'll probably sit back and say, okay, why am I running this business on my own and not working for somebody else? He may have to sit down and determine a new why. Why is he running this business? And that's going to help him set the next set of goals for his career and for his life. So see, it's an ongoing process. I see all these people, they want to set their goals. Oh, where do you want to be 10 years from now? Where do you want to be 20 years from now? My friends, honestly, there is no way to determine where you're going to be 20 years from now. Take it from a guy who's in a place 20 years later in his life that had no idea I'd be in the position that I'm in. And it's not a goal that I set back then. It's a goal that I have had happen over time to be where I'm at. Your goals are set pretty much in 3 to 5 year periods at the most. And even those are going to change. You got to be flexible. But the only thing you need to know, the biggest thing is to understand your why. So if you understand your why, they can always keep changing as you move forward. So your whys can keep you surging forward. That's kind of what I meant to say. So what is your why? Once you know that, you can set your goals. If you need help understanding your why, feel free to contact me at dave@surgingforward.com. And we can set up a coaching session and talk or get to know each other. Like I say, the first 30 minutes I do for free. And if you want to continue on, we kind of work it out based on, where you're at. So, I'm doing these over Skype. I'm doing them over the phone. The biggest part is just finding the right time for both of us to meet, is because of this podcast and stuff like that, I have gotten very, very busy. But that's my why. My why was serving others and helping others succeed. My why was serving others and helping others succeed. Yeah, I had to say it twice because it reminds me of why I do what I do. And I enjoy it. And it gives me, I'm not looking to be the big guy on the pedestal. I'm not looking to, get the big award anywhere. My reward comes when I see that person succeed. My reward comes from each one of you that has sent me an email. And each one of you that has sent me one, I want to put it out real quick. Thank you. Because that makes my day when I hear about your accomplishments and what you've done. And, where's my reward in that? That is my reward. Because I know that, hey, you're making a difference somewhere. And so it helps me to keep surging forward so that I can help you to keep surging forward. Hey, that is what it's about, my friends. So sit down and figure out your why. And I want to thank you for listening today. It's amazing how fast these sessions go by once I start. So again, I want to thank you. I try to keep them right there at this 25, 30-minute mark. I don't know, sometimes I may go longer. Another quick note out there, check out Surging Forward on YouTube. We're going to start putting some short clip videos on YouTube. I'm starting to play with that. A friend of mine named Dustin out in Texas, he's putting a lot of cool videos out there. You can check him out. I believe, what is it called? Electrician U. Check out his YouTube videos. He's going to start putting some cool videos on tool reviews and some cool stuff like that. So check out my friend Dustin on that. It's called Electrician U. He's going to be, again, putting those out. So, again, I'm also going to be putting out some more with Surging Forward, whether it's with the trades. I had to pull out my old Thompson coil and maybe pull that out and put that on a YouTube video. But subscribe to that. Pass that one around. That's another venue where I'm looking to get in just to get out some training for some of those out there in the field. So, again, you guys have a great week. And as always, stay safe and keep surging forward. God bless, my friends. You guys have a great one, and I look forward to hearing you. Share the podcast. Help me get the word out. God bless. Talk to you later.